What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to answer a question that I see all the time on Facebook. Yeah, mostly Facebook. And that is, what exactly do I need? What does it take to LS swap an OBS truck? I went ahead and found a bunch of my receipts, as well as some books and stuff with part numbers. So I can show you guys what some of the part numbers are for some of the parts that we used to do this swap. I have not all of the bills, but I've got most of them. So next video, what we're going to do is actually we're going to go through all the bills next video. And we're going to calculate exactly how much I got into this and where you can save some money. So, but for now, let's get underneath the hood and begin where anybody would. All right, folks, we're under the hood. My dumbass forgot the flashlight again. I took it home to charge it last night and forgot it. So anyways, the first thing you need when you go to LS Swap one of these OBS GM trucks is your motor. Okay, this one here I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $600 Canadian, and it had everything, right down to the wiring, computer, everything. Okay, now $600 was what, a couple years ago. They've kind of gone up by then. It is an 03 LM7. It had I think the guy said it maybe 160 miles on it, or 160,000 miles on it, something like that. So yeah, the first thing you want to do, so that's the first step, okay, is acquiring your motor. Now the second step, okay, is pulling your old motor out, which, okay, that's pretty basic. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, okay, I got this motor. How am I going to put it in? That's what I'm going to talk about right now. Things that you're going to need to put this in. The very first thing, aside from your mounts, which these ones here are right here, or not these ones, but oh, sorry guys, the ones I originally bought are these guys here. Yeah, they're the old ones. They're here. OEM small block location to LS swap plates. They were like $50 American, which would be about, I think, about 80, 90 Canadian. So I still have these. I never ended up using them because they never worked for me. You guys will see in a video. Actually, down there, it's hard for you guys to see. See if I can zoom in better. Can I get underneath? Let me see. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can get you kind of underneath here a bit. Sorry. Trying to do this. So there we go. Right there. For me, I ended up using the Dirty Dingo mounts, which were about $120 American. So about 160, something like that Canadian. So plus shipping, which is not cheap. But for me, these worked way better. I have a video. You can see exactly why I use those. So, okay. So we got the motor covered. We got the mounts covered, right? Now, you're going to get back into your flywheel. And you're going to wonder, well, how do I get my flywheel to mount with my torque converter? For me, the 5.3 and my 4L80E, because I have a split bell housing in my 99, they're the same. The transmission is actually out of an NBS truck. I put that in years ago, just because it was the closest thing I could find to the original. It turned out to work. So all I had to do was buy this thing here. Okay, let me zoom in. Right here. This is the snout converter thing. You definitely need one of these. Okay, you need one of them and your mounts. You need one of these, the dipstick adapter, because you lose a hole in the back of the block on these. Back here, you lose a mounting hole for your dipstick mount for your trans dipstick. So you definitely need also one of those, as well as you need one of these guys, which you see right here. Helps with the the coolant and all that stuff. It's a crossover right here. So this is the crossover upper rad hose adapter. I'll get you the part number of that. And then That guy there. The dipstick one. The 551323 is the one I used. And then you guys know the mounts here. So, but that's what you need to drop the motor and bolt it in. And actually, like for the coolant, well, this you don't need yet, right? This was just, because you could have also ran this straight to, like right here. See that? I could have ran that to that part of my rad, but I didn't want extra fucking rubber everywhere. So for a cleaner, we did that route. But yeah, that is exactly what you need to LS swap this. Now for me, like say now, like with me, I went the whole Holley route and the Holley Pro Dash. Okay. Say you want to keep your factory dash working, not a problem at all. What you do is, see right down here, there's a coolant temp sensor. Okay. This one is for the computer, obviously, but you need one for your gauges. There's all right. And the cool thing also is that your oil temp, right back at the back, you do not need for your computer. So you can actually plug in your factory wiring for your factory gauge right into it, and there's your oil pressure. But coolant, you need coolant for so you need your computer to read your coolant for fuel injected for coolant enrichment or some shit like that, apparently. I'm no pro, but that's what I've read and I've been told. So what you do is you order one of these kits, these master adapter kits. Let's see here. Let me zoom in. There was like just a main master adapter kit set. It had like a whole bunch of them in, and I have that at home. The actual box still. I should bring that. When I do the fucking thing here. Maybe it's in. Let me check this one here, guys. This is an older book. Maybe it's in here. Or is it just going to be the same? Yeah, it's going to be the same. Same setup. Okay, so say like, to get your coolant temp to work. Sorry, got off a track there. You need to get the adapter set, and then what you do is there's a plug right there. You just take that out, and you put the adapter set in, and then you use your coolant temp that used to go into here, right? Your factory plug, you take that out of there, and you just plug it back into over here, and then your gauge will work. Your tack and stuff like that, it's all, well, that's depending on your computer that you're using to where to wire that in. Same with like your Speedo. Sometimes you have to get what's the VSS splitter so that your computer can read it as well as your dash can read it. For me, I'm using Holley everything, which made life super easy. So, but say, like I said, say you're not, right? When it comes to stuff like this, like your evap plug, okay? That's a very important thing. Where the heck was it here? Right here. Purge solenoid, okay? Boom, right there. So basically what I'm trying to say is that everything you guys need to swap your vehicle, go to ictbillet.com, right here. This video, by the way, was not sponsored by them at all. At all. All I see it all the time is people asking, what do I need to LS swap my vehicle? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? And I'm always telling the same thing, right? So I figured I'd make a video instead of telling people. I can just drop the link and they can just watch this for themselves. So, but now we got the motor in. We figured out some of the dash stuff, right? Now you want to keep your factory accessories. Again, ICT Billet has everything you need to do it. Where is this one? I think this is it right here. Yeah, LS swap. Look at that. 96 to 98 Vortec truck brackets. They even have it listed for you guys in big letters. The alternator bracket and the AC bracket. As you can see, I got them both. And it looks really good. The coil brackets I didn't need, but I just bought those anyways. Throttle body. Again, it depends if you're going drive-by-wire or drive-by-cable. I was originally drive-by-wire, But then, well, as you guys saw, I had issues with the wiring, and we'll get into that in the next part here right away. But yeah, we don't need, that's a lot of extras in this motor that you don't need, that I wanted. So there we go. We got the motor in, bolted up, everything's on. We've got the coolant stuff hooked up, factory rad hoses, top and bottom, right? We've got your plug or your crossover pipe or your crossover stuff. You've got all your factory accessories. You know, you're almost ready to run this thing. Okay, exhaust. I went and I just got the Speed Engineering headers off Amazon. They were cheap. So my exhaust kit too was like $300 for all that pipe. Cheap. Okay. So then you guys want to, you got all that done. You got the motor in. Everything's bolted up, ready to go. You want to, you want to keep it extra cool. So what I did for fans is I went to the junkyard, got a set of electric fans for like $100 from an 03 and newer GMC truck. Fit right in, no problem at all. I did have to do some trimming and some cutting to make it clean and look pretty, but to your own discretion, okay? And for wiring to plug them in, I went on Amazon again, bought just a cheap wiring harness that literally just plugged right into everything, and then just wired up to my power, my accessory power on my fuse block, and then to the kick-on switch for my computer. So there we go. So far, we've got everything done except for the wiring, right? And fuel. That's the other thing. Fuel and wiring. So we'll go for fuel next because it's easier to get to. What I did is I went on to Amazon again. Well, not Amazon, but I did some research. And you guys will see the video, the fuel line video. I have it in the playlist here, what you guys need. Just some, some AN line and some fittings. It's right there. And there we go. What I did is I got some fittings to adapt my factory fuel rails, like my fuel, to the new one. And if you guys haven't seen the video, it's in the playlist. Go check it out. It's way more in depth. This is just a quick, like I said, what you need in 15 minutes or less, pretty much. Right? What you need in 15 minutes or less is LS swap and OBS. Okay, so then we got fuel. Like I said, you're dependent on your whatever you want for throttle body, right? Carb, drive-by-cable or drive-by-wire. I went drive-by-cable because I like it and it's easier and just it feels more natural to me. I'm not gonna lie. That was my preference. So now we're worrying about how do we get this thing to fire off, right? We need wiring. Now, if you're like me and you didn't know anything about wiring or forgot a whole bunch of shit, you were like, oh, I'm just gonna sub this out. I'm gonna, hire somebody to do it. And Bob's your uncle. In a couple weeks, I'll go pick it up, and bing, bang, boom, it'll be done. Well, as you guys saw, we went that route. Cost me $2,000 a month in time, and they wrecked everything. Okay. So do your homework. Personally, that's why I went with the Holley Terminator X-Max setup. Personally, I would recommend it to anybody. As you've seen in the video, took 4 wires, and it was done. Done. Plugged and play, started the key, turned on. But there are other people that make harnesses like wiring specialties, Flanders swap solutions. When I do another LS swap, I'm going with Flanders with swap solutions. So, and that takes care of. So then we got a basis on a wiring harness. Okay, so once you have your wiring in, you're going to want to make sure that your computer's got the VATs deleted. So that way all your computer stuff is done. And it should be as simple then as turning the key and going, guys. Like, that's pretty much all it takes to LS swap one of these trucks. Just, you gotta have your motor, your adapters, your fuel lines, your wiring harness, and that's pretty much it. So, but that's it. That's all we've got today. I just wanted to make this video because I see this all the time on the internet, what it takes to LS swap one of these. So that's where I'm going to end it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next video, we're going to do a price breakdown on what it cost me to do this. And I'm doing my cost, not what it would cost you on the cheap, but what I got into it. And I'm thinking it's going to be probably, I don't know, throw your number down there. Throw your number down below in the comments. What do you think I got in this price-wise? I'd love to see if it's close to what we actually determine. So, but we'll figure that out next video. Until then, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that. It's free. It goes a long way. So, but yeah, now to do some math. Okay, until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Love you. God bless.